everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Joey, the Veiled Cottage Witch, and we are again outside, and it is absolutely beautiful this morning. The sun is shining, and I feel like I'm in the spotlight. Been a while. So today, this is the second herb that I'm talking about in my magical plant series, and we are talking about Skullcap. I picked a little because it's out of its growing season, so it's just very, very low, and all the flowers have already grown. And so I'll be putting some pictures up so you can see what it looks like when it is flowering. It is gorgeous, very delicate, tiny little flowers that look like little helmets. It's so cute. So this is what it looks like now. So it's very cute and dainty, and it dries very quickly. I love this herb. This is probably one of my favorite herbs in the mint family. So yeah, let's get to talking about it. So Skullcap I had not worked with. It is one of those common, uncommon herbs. But the more I did research on it, the more that I found just a plethora of magical and medicinal properties. And it made me wonder why people do not work with this more. So I began to really dive in, and now it's one of my favorites. So its Latin name is really hard, so don't give me a hard time in the comments, because I've tried really hard. So Scutellaria galericulata. That's the best I could do. So its folk names, we got the dogs next door. Hi, it's fine. So its folk names are helmet flower, hoodwort, and madweed. So its gender is feminine. Its planet is Saturn and the moon. Its element is water, and like I said before, it belongs in the mint family. Now, how we know it belongs in the mint family is that we can look at the stem and see that it is square. It's not rounded. It is very square. It's boxy. And anytime an herb is like that, for instance, lemon balm, catnip, of course, all the mints, it is very prolific, I should say. So when you plant it in the ground, it will take over unless you keep an eye on it and trim it back and make sure that it is contained, because it will go crazy, which is a good thing because I use Skullcap quite a bit. I just can't use it enough. I use it in my professional products and in my personal practice. So let's talk about the folk uses. So a woman would wear Skullcap, and it protected her husband against the charms of other women. So not quite sure how that worked, but I find that interesting. It was used for centuries by Native Americans to treat menstrual disorders, nervousness, and digestive and kidney issues as well. The name Skullcap refers to the flowers that resembled helmets worn by European soldiers. Therefore, it was formerly used for nervous disorders, including hysteria, hence the folk name madweed. I think that's so cool. So medicinally, it is great for allergies, inflammation, migraine headaches, anxiety, drug and alcohol withdrawal, muscle aches, sleep, digestive distress. And in Chinese medicine, it is great for treating diarrhea, dysentery, high blood pressure, and respiratory infections. Now, I use it in my headache and migraine tea along with feverfew, lemon balm, willow bark, chamomile, a lot of those different herbs go along in my headache and migraine tea, and in my Skullcap tincture. I have to have this. I have a seizure disorder that causes headaches and migraines. So I put this in my coffee every day along with rosemary and nettle. I have like a drop of this, a drop of this, a drop of this in my coffee every day. When I feel like I'm getting a really bad headache, I will put this in my headache and migraine tea, and it's just like a triple shot of headache relief. Also, if I'm feeling very anxious or stressed, I will just put 2-dropperful under my tongue. It's delicious. Obviously, it's made with vegetable glycerin. I talked about that in my last video. Vegetable glycerin is my choice of menstruum. Aha, I remembered the name this time. It is just, for me, it tastes so much better than alcohol or vinegar. It's just a sweet treat. I'm a sweet tooth, so it works really good for me. So yeah, you can find this on my website, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. So its magical uses. It was used in healing, in love, in fidelity, and in peace. It was used for binding contracts, from business agreements to romantic partnerships. It's used in spells for relaxation and peace, obviously. You can put it in a sachet or a spell bag and wear to ensure fidelity. We talked about that. It also helps relieve nightmares if it's included in a dream pillow or sachet, or drink as a tea before bed. It also acts as a restorative herb after any form of magical or spiritual attack. So if you feel that you've had a negative attachment or done a heavy cord cutting ritual, this herb is amazing to kind of bring everything back into balance after that. It's wonderful for that. For my personal uses, other than helping with headaches and migraines, I've used Skullcap personally in spell work to transform past traumas so that it no longer causes me stress and anxiety on a daily basis. I did a really cool, really long-term spell using a bleeding skull and Skullcap. It was so cool. I had the bleeding skull, and then I had lots of Skullcap all around, and other oils and other powders. And, you know, I would give it energy every day and light the candle. And as it bled, you know, it would come out the eyes. I thought that was so cool. And it would come out, and that blood, it's not really blood, it was colored wax. But as that came out, so did those traumatic memories, and everything would just flow out. So, you know, it was very sympathetic magic. It was very, very awesome. It just started to pour out of the candle and also pour out of my skull. Bless you, Skullcap. Bless you, Skullcap. So after I did that spell, I no longer dwelled on those past traumas. Those no longer had an impact on my daily life. So very, very, very cool. So other than that, it can be used for anything spell-wise that has to do with the mind and the nervous system. So plethora of uses for Skullcap. Really one of my favorites, my favorite plant allies for just about anything involving the mind and the nerves. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful herb. So now my website. So right now I am doing free shipping. For the code word that you can punch in at checkout is all caps veiled, VEILED, to get free shipping. There's no minimum order for that free shipping, as long as you put that coupon code veiled, and I'll have that in the description box below, and I'll try to add it on the screen if I can figure that out. So yeah, as before, please leave in the description box how you use Skullcap, how you use it medicinally, how you use it magically, your experiences with it. Let's get that conversation started. I love talking about these plants. You know, I never was really interested in herbs until I had my own garden. It has made a world of difference in my life, and I'd love to hear how herbs have made a difference in yours. So until next time, live your best life and live for yourself. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great one.